It's the art of communication, even when there is nothing to communicate, as daft as that sounds. It's okay to communicate. There is nothing to communicate. So this is the second series of Curious Minds. In the first series, we looked at some of the most popular questions we get asked by new people managers. In this series, we're going to look at some of the key challenges that are shared in predominantly one-to-one coaching sessions, but also in training sessions. So a series of challenges and just some ideas that you might want to think about and take away. Hope you find them useful. The first thing to understand about change is we're not very good at it. We're not, as human beings, geared up for change. So being resistant to change is quite normal. The question is why? And in my experience, the reasons that people are often resistant to change is the fear of the unknown. Often preceding the change is a rumor or a build-up, or it just comes as a really kind of nasty shock or a surprise. So the challenge for any change management process, whichever one you're using, is the art of communication, even when there is nothing to communicate, as daft as that sounds. It's okay to communicate. There is nothing to communicate. The Kubler-Ross change curve talks about the fact that there are various dips. So it starts with shock, then can go into kind of denial, sometimes anger, and you have this big dip at the bottom of the curve, if you're familiar with it, called the Valley of Despair. And that's the point where people feel there's nothing else they can do. But then it moves on to experimenting with the new change and becoming used to it. And if you're familiar with that curve, it does prove to you, or demonstrates when you're in the middle of it, that there is a process, and all of those reactions are quite normal. We talked about a previous video about the importance of coaching. So rather than trying to push people to the finish line, try and kind of pull them to that through the art of questions.